Hi, my name is Susana,
And my name is Jose Luis.
and we are going to talk about the employment.
And this is final project of English in business. So this is our topic, and we are going to start with what is employment and the types of employee.
An employment is a contract between two persons, an employer and an employee. Is based on that you have to work and you are going to receive a salary for your work.
And we have seen that employment is a base of economy because it's like one of our graph we show in the presentation. Employment is a way to get a salary. With that salary, a person buy things, and buying things you create a commerce. And with commerce, and there are new enterprises. There are money flowing into other people, and that money create more employment. So employment is like really important to get a good style of life.
We made an investigation about the three enterprises that generate more employment all over the world, and we saw that the three biggest enterprises that generate employment is Walmart, Foxconn, and in Mexico is FEMSA. What we know is that if if they if one of these enterprises were not in the world, there will be a fall in the base of economy because there will not be any more employment, so there's not going to be any more salary, and that's the way the base of economy will fall. Not only in Mexico, it's going to be all over the world.
Another thing that we mentioned in the group, it was that, for example, if Walmart closes, a lot of people will be unemployed, and that someone says that wouldn't be as difficult for the country because they could work in another thing, because there are always people wanting to work in innovating or looking for another job, but we conclude that in reality a lot of people will be really affected by these losses of Walmart. And another thing that was like very unfair between employment and remuneration, it was the time that you have to work for buying something. There was an example about an iPhone, and in Mexico you have to work like 2 months to buy an iPhone, while in another country like Germany or United States you have to work only 2 weeks to buy a cell phone or something like that. That explains how it's Mexico really unfair in this aspect.
Almost we conclude that there is no only that where you're working or the way you are working. We conclude that there is important like how many hours are you working and how many time could you have a job, and how is the conditions that you're working, that you have to work in good conditions so you will love your job.
Another thing that we could conclude is that if we are studying in a great institute and we want to create our own enterprise and be someone successful or important, it will be really important that we consider ethics as part of our job, because it's nothing important that we get a really we are successful or get our own company if we are paying just a misery compared with another enterprises like Google that works and it's famous and it's successful, and they pay the correct thing to their employees.
We were talking about what employments do we think that were disappear. Um, Jose Luis, what employments do you think that were disappear?
Well, I guess that we comment about teachers and politicians, but I don't remember why teachers, if they are really common to teach us some things that we do know. What do you think?
I think that teachers will not disappear because we need professors, because if they don't teach you, oh, who's going to do that?
Yes, another thing I think that could disappear are taxi drivers, because in the future I think that we are going to have automatic transport to go to our jobs or house.
I think taxi driver could disappear, can disappear, because many people actually have their own car, and it will not need anymore a taxi driver.
Yes, another thing that could disappear, what do you think?
Um, Receptionist?
Yes, I think that I don't know, they are not that necessary in the future, and maybe that is just for make a brand more important.
Or companies can have a call center too, no? Like something that you already have in when you answer the phone.
Yes. Talking about that, I think that police transit is not necessary either in the future, because I think you are going to have semaphores automatic and changing, and we are going to have obviously more technology, and they are not going to be necessary.
They are now like
Disappearing.
yes, I
Yes,
think so.
and about working, what there are some proposals about working 5 hours, no 5 days by 8 hours, or 10 hours for 4 days. Well, which one would you like most?
I would like 4 days by 10 hours, because I think that if we are working, we don't have to arrive to the job with a bad attitude to say, oh, I have to stay here by 10 hours and then I'm going to go home, and that's the same all the days. I think that we have to arrive to our job with positive attitude, to really want to do what wanted to do, and if that's the way you are working, you can spend like 12 hours working, and that's good for you, because you're making what you really want. And 4 days and have 3 days of rest, I think that like the one day is like a present, like a gift that you win because you really make a hard work all the 4 days.
Yes, I agree with you, because, for example, working just 4 days, it means that you have 3 days to do whatever you want, and like a hobby or something else, and otherwise you have to work 5 days and you just have 2 days to visit your family or going to the cine and relax about the job. I think that's why we are really stressed nowadays.
Yes, I think so. Finally, we were discussing about being an employee and being the boss. What would you like to prefer?
Well, I think that a lot of people think that they are, if you want to be the boss of your company, you don't have nothing to do and you just relax. But actually, if you want to be the boss of your company, you have to work a lot. You have to think about the future of the company and all that stuff.
Like you have to work twice, no?
Yes. So I would like to be the boss, but actually I would like to start as an employee of a big enterprise to learn how to be a great boss.
Yes, I think so too, because you need experience. I mean, if I'm going to say to somebody how to do the job, I need to know
Yes.
how to do that, and for that reason, I would like to be an employee, and after that, after I think that I really can be a good boss, I would be a boss.
Okay, that's it for all of us. I hope you enjoyed the video and our presentation. No ibas a decir lo de que nos siguieran.